Let me tell you what you need to know before backpacking, and I will only focus on languages. So, when people discover that I'm backpacking, and I've been backpacking, they are asking me the same questions usually, and I thought, why not make a video of it? Alright. The first question, I will say it in French. I'm French, and I have a lot of French people who told me about wanting to travel but being afraid because they don't speak English, or they can understand English quite well but they cannot communicate. Let me answer that question in French first and then let's move on. Donc la question qu'on me pose souvent c'est est-ce que vous avez besoin de parler anglais forcément pour pouvoir voyager? Et la réponse est non. En fait, vous n'avez pas besoin, en tout cas, d'être, comme ils disent en anglais, fluent. Vous n'avez pas besoin d'être bilingue en anglais pour pouvoir voyager ou pour pouvoir faire du backpacking. Il faut que vous sachiez assez pour pouvoir vous faire comprendre. Voilà, que ce soit demander votre chemin, demander de l'aide ou peu importe, réserver une chambre quelque part de dernière minute, vous devez en savoir assez pour pouvoir vous faire comprendre. Et il y a de toute façon aussi, il y a aussi les téléphones de toute façon, Google Traduction, etc. qui peuvent largement vous aider. Et même si vous êtes à l'étranger, la Wi-Fi, vous pouvez la demander, vous pouvez aller à un café, vous pouvez, voilà. Mais il faut quand même savoir un minimum de mots pour pouvoir se faire un minimum comprendre. Alright, so the answer was no, you don't have specifically to speak English or to understand everything in English, to be fluent, to backpack. Alright, what places speak English very well? The thing is, every places, like touristic places, I would say speak English. Even though you are in a country that, you know, is, for example, known to not speak English, the touristic places, they will know how to speak English. Maybe not fluently, but they will know enough to answer your questions, for example. And I know, something that a lot of people told me, yeah, but what about France? Because French people, they don't speak English, which is kind of true generally, but I'm French and I speak English, and my family don't speak English. So, you know, you can do it yourself. It's, you know, just don't put everyone in the same basket. Other than English, is there another language I should learn to backpack? Not really. I went through situations where I was like, thank God I'm speaking English because I don't know how I would have done without it. But I also have a member of my family, one of my uncles, that have been traveling a lot of places in the world, and he does not speak English at all, and he survived. Okay, so you can survive, of course. It's just, why making your life harder when you can make it easier? You know what I mean? English is enough. But I would say the second language after English would be Spanish, to have more chance to communicate with people, either because you're backpacking and you're trying to work in some countries, and usually the work that backpackers do is in the tourism, you know, area, the touristic field. Not specifically, there's plenty of other kind of job as a backpacker to do, but the one I've done was like more in the touristic parts. And yes, there were a lot of you know, German speaker and a lot of Spanish speaker as well. More German, so it makes me want to learn German. I know a little bit of German. I know, you know, how to say ich heiße Lila, ich heiße 29 Jahre alt. The basic. If English is my main language, should I feel obligated to learn another language when I'm backpacking? No, and there's a lot of people who that I met who were like thinking that, like they were like, I feel so bad because I only speak English, and everywhere I'm traveling in the world, I don't have to learn another language. It's not like you're French, you have to learn English to travel. Like, it's better, you know? It's not you have to, but it's way better this way, and this is usually what people do. And yes, that's true, but don't feel bad because you know English and you know only English. You know, for me, if you want to learn another language, it's because you want to and not because you feel obligated to. That's it. Should I learn the language of the place I'm visiting? Yes. Yes, but not fluently. I'm not saying fluently, but yes, it will be better for you to learn at least how to say hello, goodbye, thank you, you're welcome, my name is, I'm looking for, just the base, like not too much, not fluent, nobody has to, especially if you're staying just like few weeks. But I mean, when you're backpacking, you're no longer a tourist, not really. To me, in my head, there's a difference between going there as, you know, just during your holidays and going there for, you know, backpacking. Because backpacking, you're really trying to learn about the culture, you're really trying to learn about the country and everything. Like, you have more time, you know? So yes, just learn enough. Even if you're going there on vacation, it's always nice, and the people, you know, in this country will always feel happy to know that you're trying. Okay? Yes, I hear you. I know people will say, yes, but about French people? We're not talking about French people right now, okay? Maybe it's different because, you know, I had people saying, yes, I was in Paris and I tried to speak French, but people were like annoyed that I didn't speak French. Like, I think they were more annoyed because they didn't have time, and it's in Paris, it's like, you have to go fast, and I think maybe it's like a bit of a cultural thing. I don't know, and it depends on the places, even like different cities. You go to Paris and then you go to Cannes, or you go to Marseille, or you go to Bordeaux. It's completely different, you know. So anyway, is there countries where they don't want to respond to you in English? Yes. Yes, there are places like that, and I don't want to, you know, to be like, okay, in this country they are all like that, in this country they are all like that, and you know, it's not about people living in this country that are all like that. There's just people everywhere that will be like that in every country. But yes, it happens where in a country more than another, I, you know, went through people who refused to answer me in English and wanted to, like, they kept answering me in their languages, even though I was saying, I'm so sorry, I don't understand, and they would like still answer me in, you know, in this language. So when you're here just for 1 week, for example, yeah, I mean, you know, you cannot be fluent, and some people, they kind of like want you to be fluent. This to me is not possible, like, you know, but to know enough, you know, thank you, that's always good and pleasant to hear. But yeah, it happens, and usually I'm like, okay, you don't speak English, do you speak Spanish? No. Okay, do you speak French? No. All right. Sometimes I say this and I show this for the person to understand, because sometimes they can think like, they can make assumptions and think like, oh, they don't want to learn another language. Like, and when I'm asking if they're speaking in Spanish or in French or in English, it's a way to show them, you know, like, I'm trying over here. Even if you're speaking just one language, it's okay, you know, it's not, if you're staying like 1 week, yeah. If you're staying like 6 months, okay, sometimes I could understand that people want you to speak a little bit of the language. Somehow it's also respect somehow, you know, it's a way of respecting the place you're visiting, and that's it. But of course it depends on people, it depends on places, it depends on countries, and yeah. Even if you're thinking, okay, in this country they do this more, it doesn't mean that they're doing this like everywhere. In this country, it's not true. Okay, that's it. So I hope I helped you. I hope I helped you a little bit. If you have questions, please comment. Don't DM me. I had people DMing me because they had a lot of questions about backpacking. Thank you very much. But you can comment so that other people can see that they're not like having the same questions. Also, I'm not repeating myself, and also you're helping me and you're helping this video into the YouTube algorithm. So you know, it's a 50-50, that's perfect. So thank you very much. If I missed something, maybe you have more things to say about people. If you're a backpacker or a traveler, or you know someone that is a backpacker and they're telling you their story, yeah, maybe, you know, like you can comment and you can tell me what I missed, or, you know, maybe you have another point of view and you're not agreeing with everything I am saying. It doesn't mean that what I'm saying is wrong or that you're wrong. It's just different perceptions, and it's always awesome to read other perceptions as well. So thank you very much, and I'll see you for another video. Bye.